In the last video, we talked about the different ways of using colors in text and backgrounds. Today, we'll take a look at two different types of gradients, linear gradient and radial gradient. Now, a gradient is when one color transitions into another. I'm here inside my HTML file. I'm going to create a div and specify a class called gradient. I'm going to go to file.css, and to select this div tag, I'm going to use the class selector. I'm going to write the name of the class, and now I'm going to specify a width for this div. It will be 1500 pixels, and the height, of course, will be 200 pixels. Now let's start first with the linear gradient. To build it, I'm going to use the background image and set it to linear gradient. As you can see, it is a function, and the first argument inside this function will be in degree. It will represent the gradient direction. So we will say 90 degree or 90 deg. Then we will specify the first color. Let's say it will be red. And next I'm going to specify the second color which red will transitions into. It will be blue. And there it is. This is our div. And how about increasing the height of this div? Let's say 600. As you can see, it will start with red and it will slowly transitions into blue. As you can see, this is the linear gradient. You can add more than two colors. I'm going to say yellow and I'm going to say green. As you can see, it will start with red, transitions to blue, transitions to yellow, and then to green. Now we can use other than 90 degree. I could just go ahead and say 46 degree. And instead of writing the color by its name, I could use RGB. I could say 255, 00, and this is the red color. And instead of blue, I'm going to use the azure color. And to write this azure color, I'm going to use its hex value. I'm going to add hashtag 0080FF. And now for the yellow one, I'm going to use HSL. I'm going to say 60, 100%, and 50%. Now let me erase the screen, or no, let me keep it and use the RGB of this. It will be 0, 255, and 0. As you can see, 46 degree, it will start with red, azure, yellow, and green. Now I'm going to delete all of this, and instead of 46 degree, I'm going to say 180 degree. Now I'm going to say red and blue. As you can see, it's a normal linear gradient, starts from red and ends up with blue. Now instead of using angles, I can use directions, like to right, to left, to bottom, to top, and so on. So instead of 180 degree, I will say to top left. So what it will exactly do is, it will start from here all the way to the top left. So it will start from the bottom right to the top left, where it transitions to blue. Instead of to top left, I could say to top right. And it will start from the bottom left and arrive to the top right. Of course, instead of top, you can add bottom, or you could just say to right, to left, to top, to bottom. It's all about what you choose. Now, instead of to top right, I'm going to say or use angles. I'm going to say 90 degree. Now, I'm going to add some percent signs for these colors. So 5% for red and 10% for blue. Now, next to red, we added 5%. What this means is that the red color will occupy 5% of space, while the blue color will occupy 10%. Now, the real reason why I use percent signs is because I want to show you this repeating linear gradient function. As you can see, it will repeat itself multiple times until it fill up the width of our div. So as you can see over here, it will start with red, and the red will occupy 5% of space until it goes for blue, and blue will occupy 10% of space. After that, it will repeat itself multiple times until it fill up the width of our div, which is 1500 pixels. Now if you want the background of your HTML page to be a linear gradient, you can do it. You can say body and say background image and say linear gradient. Let's say 45 degree and yellow, green. And I'm gonna delete this one. As you can see, the background of my HTML page is a linear gradient. Now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna stick with my div and take off this body element. Now instead of a linear gradient, let's go for a radial gradient. So radial gradient. The radial gradient doesn't use any direction. Instead, it will take the color you want to transition to. I'm going to say red and blue. As you can see, it starts with red and transitions to blue. And it has this ellipse shape over here by default. But what we can do is, we could change it to circle. Right here, before red, I'm going to say circle. And as you can see, instead of an ellipse shape, it will take a circle shape. Now I'm going to increase the width just to see it a bit clearer. As you can see, it is better right now. We could see the circle a bit better than before. Of course, I could add multiple colors. I could say yellow, green. Let's see what it will look like. As you can see, it will add more colors and it will look more appealing and better than before. Of course, you can use RGB, HSL, and hex for each one of these colors. I'm gonna say RGB 255, 0, and 0. This is for the red. Let's say I want to use for the blue RGB 0, 0, 255. Now I'm gonna use the hex value of Azure, so 0010, 80, excuse me, and FF. Now I'm gonna use HSL, so 60, 100%, and 50%. This is for yellow. And there it is. It will start with red, then blue, then Azure blue, and then yellow. Let me go ahead and delete all of those and use red and blue as normal. Now, as you remember in the linear gradient, we used repeating linear gradient. Can we do the same thing here? Of course. Well, let's first add 5% and 10%. So what this means again is that the red color will take 5% of space, while the blue one will take 10%. As you can see, the red color will take 5% of space, and it will transitions to blue, which will take 10% of space. Well, because it is not a repeating radial gradient, when the blue takes 10% of its space, it will continue to fill up the width of our div with a solid blue color. Well, we don't want that. We want it to be a really good radial gradient. So what we'll do is I'm going to add a color or two colors without percent signs. Like this, it will look better than before. As you can see, after blue we have yellow and we have green. Now I'm going to delete those values and I'm going to use repeating radial gradient. Let's go ahead and see this property. Boom, it will repeat itself multiple times. So 5% for red, 10% for blue, and it will repeat itself multiple times until it fill up the width and height of our div. Alright, this is it on the difference between radial and linear gradients. I hope you enjoyed and got some value from it. Make sure to subscribe and follow me along in this CSS tutorial. Now, if you are struggling in finding a job in the tech industry, maybe consider checking out these top 10 best tech jobs. Or maybe you want to increase your knowledge on full stack web development. Well, check out this detailed video about this topic.